Greetings, listener. Please enjoy the unintelligible ramblings of your favorite dynamic trio, Arva, Farah, and Westy, as they delve deep into what they fear the most. Welcome to The Unintelligibles.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Unintelligibles. I am your host today, Farah, and I am joined by my lovely co-hosts, Arva and Westy.
Hi.
Hello.
It has been only 1 week since we last recorded the last episode. It definitely has not been 3 weeks, and I don't remember how the podcast works.
Look, as far as anyone knows, these are recorded like seconds before upload.
Right.
Oh, you're right. This one kind of is, actually.
Actually, yeah, this one is.
This one is.
AFK is like, please record early, please. How has you guys been? Westy, your birthday happened. Happy belated birthday.
Yeah.
I'm older now, and I got taken on a trip. That was a lot of fun. And almost, life-threatening several times.
So pretty typical trip for you.
Actually, yeah, that's kind of accurately said.
On theme.
Arva, how have you been?
I've been pretty good. Same old, honestly. I've been taking a little more breaks recently because I've been doing a lot, and I've been feeling like I've been doing a lot, which usually doesn't happen, so I've decided to be smart and take more breaks, so I don't know. Same old stream, sleep, eat, stream,
living the
collab,
dream.
sleep, eat. Right, it's wonderful. But I'll be going out sometime this week to touch some grass, and I've touched grass a few times, so I'm not fully fused to my gaming chair yet.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
It isn't. I need to have like some outside time. Just a little bit. As a treat.
As a treat. A little bit of sunlight.
As a little bit of a
Right.
treat to my body.
Yeah.
It's like dying.
I put it through so much, it deserves a little bit of like actual fresh air and sunlight.
You know what? That's fair.
I went on vacation. I
Mhm.
went to Newfoundland, family vacation, wedding. It's a lot of fun.
It looks
Newfoundland's
so
like
gorgeous.
Yeah.
my favorite province. It's so pretty there.
Mm-hmm.
Half my family is from there, so it was very like meeting a ton of aunties and uncles and cousins that I absolutely do not remember because the last time I was there I was 14. But they remembered me, and they all wanted to give me a hug.
Aw.
Yeah, it's okay. I mentally prepared for it in advance.
Right.
It's just
I knew
always
it was
something
gonna happen.
so awkward when you're like, oh, hi, hello, distant relative I haven't seen in 10 years. And they're like, why, hello, and just grip you tight. Like, I don't like
Yeah.
this, actually.
I don't want this. It was good, though. The weather was nice, which is good, because Newfoundland is, like, dog shit for weather, so I'm glad it turned out.
Yeah. Honestly, some of the pictures you took look like you took them from online.
Yeah.
I know, I was
was
really
like,
proud
damn.
of my camera quality on my fucking Samsung phone, because usually it's garbage. Like,
Mm.
iPhones definitely have a lot better camera quality, but I took some good-ass pictures.
Really just depends on
Yeah.
the phone, because there's some pretty good Samsung phones. I got, like,
True.
magazine-worthy shots for my vacation. And I got a little Android here.
We're ballin'.
Have you seen the picture of the
Android gang.
buffalo?
Everybody but Arva. Okay, today's topic that I definitely picked in advance and not.
And not had us
Before.
choose randomly.
Right. Yeah.
Listen, I was on vacation, so I didn't have time to like think of anything elaborate. I totally forgot I was hosting until it was brought up to me.
That's fair.
So we're picking from the pre-made list of topics. none of this segues into today's topic. Which, if you don't like it, by the way, you guys picked it, so
Oh shit!
God
you're
damn
not
it.
allowed to
Right.
complain about it.
Wait a minute. Hold up.
That's how it works. We're gonna be talking about what are your worst fears? Whether rational or irrational, something that terrifies you. If you
Ooh.
have any phobias, or if it's related to like life, anything like that. I will say that I have a phobia of things going into my ears. It terrifies me to no end, and I know that it will probably never happen. It's very probably irrational. But I've watched videos of people who've had like spiders in their ears or moths in their
Oh.
ears. Or if you swim in fresh water, you can get like brain-eating amoebas. So
I mean, that's
I
just
saw that video.
yeah.
when I'm out, and I don't like to swim very much in general, but if I'm going to swim, I will not put my head underwater anywhere. I refuse to. It's like it won't happen unless somebody fucking forces me to. I will not put my head underwater because it's actually terrifies me.
Yeah.
And if I have a bug in my room, like if there was a mosquito or something and I couldn't catch it, I will sleep with my head under the covers because I'm scared of it going into my ears.
That's a very specific fear.
I don't know why, but I've had it for a long time and it scares me. It's not probably something that I should be scared of, but it does.
I have to look up and see if it has a name.
I don't know.
Actually, it does.
Probably.
Of
Yeah.
course it does.
That's a little too close. Arachnophobia, but spelled ear, not.
Oh,
That's the fear that a spider has crawled into your ear and taken up residence.
That's gross. I don't like
Ugh.
that.
Yeah, no, those videos are not nice.
I do not watch them on purpose. It's just sometimes they'll pop up on my Reddit feed. And as soon as I see an ear, and it's not like in the popping subreddit, because that's for like, earwax removal and stuff, which is very satisfying
Right.
to watch.
Oh God, no!
If it's not that subreddit, I'm like, nope. I know what's gonna happen, and I'm not interested.
Hang on, did you say ear cleaning is relaxing to watch?
Yeah.
Oh.
You ever watch earwax removal?
I kind of like that.
I've seen a video, and each time I'm just like, ugh. I don't want to know what's growing inside other people's heads.
Not a lot.
True. But I like roleplay a little and imagine it's me, and I'm like, oh yeah, I can hear so much better after this.
Wait, there's so much being
What?
unveiled today.
Because I've had my ear cleaned like that once because I have small ear canals, so I need to get them like cleaned every once in a while. And I did it, and I could hear like everything. I heard like new sounds I've never heard before. So whenever I see one of those videos, I just go back to that one time where I had the best hearing in my entire life, and I'm like, oh, I want that again. So I pretend it's me because I'm just too lazy to go back. I mean, my ears aren't bad enough to go back right now that I can still hear. The day I can hear, I go back.
I've never had my ears professionally cleaned.
Yeah, me either.
The
So
only
worth
time
it.
my ears have been plugged is sometimes after planes. They will be for a couple days.
Oh,
Like when I came back from Newfoundland, my left ear specifically was plugged for a couple days, and it's so annoying because it feels like you're underwater.
yeah. I hate that feeling. Oh,
You also get that when you just like travel up a little too high in mountains, because that's where I was, and
Yes,
that's
yeah.
where my ears
yeah.
have just. They were like that the whole time until I was like, you know what, fuck it, and then just started chewing gum because that
Mm-hmm.
pops like.
I always
muscle.
chew gum on the flight, but it just,
Yeah.
it usually
Sometimes it
helps,
slips
but
my
sometimes
mind.
it doesn't.
Yeah.
And with ear pain too, I get such bad ear pain on flights.
Yeah, sometimes mine gets really bad. That's why I try to remember to get gum, because the gum really does help.
Yeah,
Yes.
stretch that muscle.
Right.
Anyways, what are your guys' fears, irrational or rational?
Oh, I actually have a weird few of these. So, I am very deathly afraid of water,
Yes, I did know that.
Absolutely the same.
but like, it's to the point. It doesn't have to just be like the ocean or like a deep lake. If the water goes past about waist level, that freaks me out. I don't like it. I don't like any form of that. And I can't remember how I got this here, but it's always just if there is a deep body of water, I am uncomfortable, and the closer I get, the more comfortable I get. And it is to the point where I was playing Soma, and there's a part in Soma you got to walk outside at the bottom of the ocean.
Oh.
And this like I was on stream when it happened. This like big thing like swims by and grabs something in front of you, and I had to like hit pause because the stress made me like turn around and throw up, and I had a horrible nosebleed. So, like my whole body was trying to shut down to be like, nah, we're not dealing with that. So that's
You did manage to finish that game though.
I did finish Soma, and I fucking hated it.
I know.
Was not worth it.
Yeah, the water parts are very. Yeah.
The story just sucked.
Yeah.
But the water area in any game always gets me, and it always makes me panic. It's weird every now and then. I've realized when I live in a state where it's legal, but when I'm fucking high as balls, I have to like take a shower before I take an edible now. Because when I get too high and I get in the shower and like wash my face, I have like a flash of I'm going to open my eyes, I'm going to be in the ocean, and something's going to be swimming at me really quick. And it makes me freak out in the shower.
Understandable.
And I don't know why high me.
I do not like to
That's-
swim in anything where I can't see the bottom.
That's fair.
Yeah, no, I'm the same. I don't fuck with water, you know.
It's just terrifying.
Yeah.
Ugh. I think that's my biggest fear. Slightly irrational. Stone me has it worse. Stone me has a too good imagination.
There was this one lake my friends were swimming in, and it had there was a train track nearby, and there was a train car in the lake. It had derailed like a long time ago, and they just kind of left it in there because it's too expensive to take it out. And when you're looking at the lake from like standing, you can kind of see just like the very tip of it, and then it gets too dark to see the rest. And fuck that, dude. Absolutely. I did
Yeah.
not swim in that. I was like, nah, man. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. That just like makes it so much worse.
Yeah, that's awful.
Right, like what is going to come grab my feet? Because I can't
Yes.
see it. And
Literally.
I don't want it to. You're not welcomed. Please.
You have
That's
to
why I
pay
just
for
stay out
that.
of it. Right. People would die for this moment and you're getting it for free. Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Uh,
I think I agree. I think I'm around that. I have some more specific ones that are like really weirdly specific. Like I have a huge fear of like dying in some sort of confined space. Like no matter what it is. Like I've seen movies where people will be in a pod and they light on fire and you die like in a tight space, like on fire. Nightmare.
To be fair,
Awful.
you did actually have like
I
a
also
near-death
experienced
experience
that in
a
like a
car.
tight space
Yeah.
in water. So like I kind of conquered that fear, but like I didn't want to. I'm still terrified of that. That's another thing, like going in a tight space and like drowning. Just I don't have claustrophobia, but I just don't fuck with tight spaces. If I can't move freely in a space, even if I can't move freely enough, I just nightmare. Like all that I see a lot of that's spelunking shit
oh,
my
on
God.
YouTube and
no.
TikTok. And like people are it's like a person that's
They can't
gone
even
in this
move.
cave that they can't even breathe in, and they're like, guys, we have a bit of a problem. I'm kind of stuck, but it's okay. I'm gonna clear out some debris. We're gonna keep moving. And I'm like, how are you just doing this willingly? You couldn't pay me, punish me, or send me for my crimes to do this. Like I would rather permanently sleep.
Yeah,
Then
like
crawl in this tiny ass fucking space.
that shit is the most
Holy.
stressful when the camera's just like you can only see their face and it's just
Yeah.
walls all around and they're just wiggling through.
They can't even move their arms.
No.
Ugh.
It's
Ugh, I hate it.
so many people get stuck and die in those caves.
Right? Like, I've heard of way too many stories. I've seen it happen. I don't want to.
It's every
risk it.
time I'm just like, why the fuck are you here? Nobody wants to be this headline.
Well, right. Like, I don't know. I get it for like, I don't get it. I get it. I'm trying to understand it. There's a better way to word it for like the adrenaline and the excitement, but like just go into a cave that you can actually fucking fit in. That's fine.
Yeah.
Like, just go into a cave, but like you can actually breathe and move freely in there. You still get the excitement, but you're not going to die stuck in a crack in the wall.
It's almost like spelunkers and cave divers are on drugs that are too strong, and so it's each time it's just like, nah, I don't feel the same doing that anymore. We gotta go
Yeah.
more. It's just like, yo,
Yeah,
you good?
I guess so. But like, yeah, I know you need some help. You need to get checked up because this, I don't think this is normal.
No.
This is like psychopath behavior.
I think it's one of those things too where if you're doing it for a long time, it's like the adrenaline rush kind of wears off if you've done it a lot before, so you kind of like need to keep going more extreme for it to like feel that way again. Same with like it's the same thing with like scuba divers going into like underwater caves.
Oh
that are
hell
really
no.
tight.
Yeah, I can't. Yeah, that's also, I've seen that too, or similar things, but they'll be like crawling in a crack and they're like, oh, I see water up ahead, or like the water levels are rising, and I'm like, oh, don't do this. How are you sitting there so like, I'm sure they're freaking out internally, but like they're not showing it on the outside. They're like, well, guys, I see some water and hopefully it's safe to continue. And I'm like, oh, how? I would be crying and I don't know, trying to end it all before the water gets to me. Oh my God. It's terrifying. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I hate that so much.
It combines like all my fears together. Being stuck and not having any control of moving or doing anything and like not even be able to like, I don't know. It's just, you can't move anything. And then also the water. There's water in those caves a lot of the times. And I've seen people like crawl through water in one of those tight caves. And I'm like, oh my God. Oh, it wasn't bad enough that you're already in a butt crack cave, but now you're in a fucking wet butt crack cave. Come on.
Not the wet butt crack cave.
It's so awful.
Drowning is like terrifying enough, but then being stuck in drowning is like
Oh, that's
Because then there's
awful.
literally nothing you can do.
you can't even move.
Ugh.
Awful. Awful, awful, awful. I'm gonna like pass out just thinking about it.
God.
Yeah.
So anyway, there's our worst fears. Don't ever try to use it against us, I guess.
Yeah, don't worry. You'll never catch me in one of those fucking caves. If you do, it's not me and you have to kill me because it's an imposter.
It's an imposter.
That's
It's an
Yeah,
imposter.
Skinwalker.
Right. There's no way I would ever willingly do that. Not for any sum of money. People are like, maybe for like $1 billion. I'm like, no.
Yeah, you can't
Nope, it's
spend
not
that
worth
money
it.
if you're dead.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like, what's the point of winning $1 million or $1 billion if I'm stuck in a fucking cave?
I will say, I think another fear that I have, I don't know if it's like, I feel like it's like an unconscious one. It was, so, I didn't get my driver's license until I was 18 because I was like terrified of driving. It made me super anxious and I did not like it at all. The only reason I really ended up doing it was because I was going to school in a different city and there was no bus. Well, there was, but they were shutting it down. So I kind of had to. And it was awful. I got fucking dementia ass old woman hit me on the second day I had my driver's license. So I got into an accident like immediately and it made me just like not ever want to drive ever again. And I feel like I've gotten over it. Like I don't have anxiety when I drive anymore, but I think I have like internal anxiety because like I swear 99% of all of my dreams are driving related and they're like my brakes don't work or I'm going too fast and I'm about to hit something or something along those lines. Like literally every dream pretty much that I can remember since I started driving has been something like accident driving related. So like I don't feel anxiety when I do drive, but I think my body has like repressed trauma or something
Mhm.
because I dream about it.
Understandable.
I don't dream about anything else. It's always the fucking driving. Like, give me something interesting at least.
Right.
I never
Understandable though. Driving's fucking terrifying when you really think about it, especially how bad other people drive too.
Oh my god, yeah. I drive on the highway like almost every day. When I was going to school, it was like 20 minutes on the highway. Now with my job, it's like 40 minutes on the same highway, and this highway is a very major highway in Alberta, and it's just like bad. There's so many dumb drivers, and the winter is the worst, man. I swear to God, like once snow is on the ground, nobody knows how to drive.
That's true anywhere though.
Yes.
And you think, these motherfuckers live here. Like we get snow every year, but they still can't fucking drive. And every single time it snows and there's like fresh snow on the ground, I drive that highway and there's like 16 cars in the ditch.
I never really had a fear of driving. I don't like driving because I get motion sick really easy, and cars trigger that a lot.
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
My only fear when it comes to any form of driving is being in the back seat of my brother-in-law's car because holy shit, what are brakes?
That's me with my dad, dude. Don't I do get motion sick. I never used to. I don't normally get motion sick in cars unless it's my dad driving specifically. I don't get motion sick with anybody else except for him because he drives like a psychopath. And he drove a majority of the time in Newfoundland. And I brought Frisia with me because she had never been and she asked if she could come. And we were talking about how like our dads were very bad drivers. And she was like, "Oh yeah, my dad says he's a professional driver because he has like his class 1 or whatever it is for big trucks." And I was like, "Oh my god, my dad's the same. Like he's so bad." And she was like, "Yeah, my dad's so bad." And then she was in the car with my dad for 2 weeks and she was like, "You know, I know that I said my dad was a bad driver, but I flipped it. Your dad is a really bad driver." And I was like, "Yeah, man. He's pretty fucking garbage." And she got super motion sick.
Hmm.
It doesn't help that some of the roads when you in Newfoundland are just very like windy and up and down. So it's like driving in BC.
I was gonna say BC does it for me. I usually don't get
Yeah.
super motion sick, but whenever it's like on those roads and I'm like, it's a road trip, so I'm looking down at like reading something. Oh,
I
Mm.
can't. I have like
Oh.
tried to draw or read when I'm in a car on a long road trip and it just kills me. It makes me so sick.
Have you
The only thing
tried
I can watch a movie, but I can't try to like read.
have you tried Dramamine?
I don't even know what that is.
So I didn't know what this was either until I was just on a road trip for like a week and we did mostly driving, and Adrian was handing me these Dramamine, which is specifically motion sickness pills for cars, and they have two. They have a
Oh.
drowsy and a non-drowsy. And it was funny because the first time I took it, because we were driving like 3 hours away and I had to be in the back seat of this like manual car, which really sets it off bad too.
Right.
And so she gave me like two non-drowsies, and I got really fucking out of it high on those. And she was like, "Oops, didn't mean to do that." So it's just one, but I take one and I don't get motion sick for like 6 hours.
That's pretty good.
Ooh.
I usually just take Gravol, and it works for cars, but I will say, I remember when I last went to Newfoundland, we went on a fishing boat, and they make me very motion sick, and I remembered that this time when I went last week, and they were like, "We're gonna go out on the fishing boat and have a barbecue and whatever." I was like, "Fuck, I know I'm gonna get motion sick." So I took a Gravol preemptively, and I even chewed on like some ginger candies, and it was like not too bad on the way out, and then we ate, and that was a terrible idea. On the way back, it was getting a little bit rocky, and they had to on big fishing, not like huge, but like individual fishing vessels. They have these like weights on both sides that they can lower into the water, and it makes the boat less rocky. And they had put those in, and it did not help me at all. I got so motion sick, I threw up all of my dinner. Right into the tiny ass little fucking toilet on that fishing boat. You know, like the toilets that are in like campers, where you have to
Oh,
like
Yeah.
push down on it to like flush it, and it like just opens the bottom. It's like one of those ones. And it got everywhere. I was like, I had to clean it up while I was fucking wanting to throw up more, and it was like all my food not even digested, and it made me even more sick to
Mm.
just look at it. I did not have a good time. But then when we got back, my parents' anniversary was the day before, so they had cake in the fridge for their anniversary. And everyone was like, "Oh, I'm so full. I can't have any cake." And I was like, "Guys, I'm starving. I'm gonna,
I'm about
have
to
a big
wreck
old
this
slice
cake."
of cake." Yeah. After I
Please.
threw up and like stood outside and had fresh air for a while, I felt fine after. And I was like, "Time for cake."
Understandable.
Yeah, I didn't used to get motion sick when I was a kid, and then I would go to the like the fair every year. And I don't know if it's called the same thing everywhere, but there's this one that's called like the Starship or something like that. And you go into this big circular kind of saucer looking ride, and you lay on the wall, and it spins in a circle really fast, and the trays like move up and down.
Oh, like a little
And
centrifuge.
yes, yeah. And
Ah.
I would always go on that one, and one year I got on, and like 2 seconds in, I was like, "Holy fuck."
Mistake.
Mistake, and I yarfed so bad. And I don't even know when that was. I think I was in my late teens, and ever since around that age, I get so motion sick. I can't do any of those spinny rides. Even like
Man.
the the pirate ship that like goes back and forth.
Oh yeah, and it does like the little somersaults.
Yeah, even that one I can't do. And I tried it a couple of years ago, and I was like, "Oh, this is awful."
Welcome to getting old.
Yeah. It's all downhill from here.
Yeah. The ripe old age
Yeah.
of like what, 21?
Me? Am I 21?
I don't remember how old you were.
No. I'm 23. It was close enough.
True.
Look, anything under 25 is about the same, let's be honest.
Well, not for me, old man.
20 to 25 when you hit a certain age is like, children.
Children. I am still a child, yeah.
God, I wish I was still treated like a fucking child. Oh my god. I wish I just dodge all my bills and eat candy. I mean, I could, but then I would go to jail. Probably.
Depends on if they can catch you.
So,
Yeah.
you see, actually, good point. I might start trying that and then just not get caught.
There you go.
Tax evasion is
I'm joking. For
cool.
legal reasons and for actual reasons, I will not be doing that.
For legal reasons, this is a joke.
This is a joke, and I will continue to adult.
I still get treated like a child in public because I look like I'm 14 years old.
People think I'm a
So-
father in public, so I lost that charm.
It's a beard. You can't have beards, bro.
It
It
is
makes
the
you
beard.
look older.
But also, I don't get ID'd, so it's kind of nice.
Oh, I
could
do.
just get some drinks.
When I was in Newfoundland, the owner of the bar tried to kick me out because he thought it was 12.
I remember, yeah.
He literally was like, "Fuck off! You look 12 years old." And I was like, "I'm 23, please. I have tattoos,
Please.
bro. I have visible tattoos, man.
That's
No one
always hilarious.
believes me."
Yeah, that was like one time I got okay, a little detour from the topic. But I got
We've already detoured.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
We've already rambled. I got ID'd for fucking buying Mass Effect. I went to buy
What?
like the physical copy of Mass Effect, and I was 1 year graduated at this point.
Oh my god.
And they were like, "Okay, you need ID for this." And of course, the one day I did bring ID because one, I was like, I'm walking. At that time, I don't think I had a car or I didn't have my like license stated, so I just like walked. And I didn't have any of my IDs on me because I didn't drive. So I don't know. I was stupid. I guess I have to bring I learned and I have to bring my ID everywhere, which I should be doing anyways. But they were like, "Yeah, can I get ID for this since it's a mature game?" And I was like, I have like my high school ID from like a year ago that shows that I'm a year graduated. I was like, "Can you not see that I'm like physically an adult?" She was like, "Yeah, but like it's still like I have to." And I was like, "For Mass Effect?"
No, they
Really?
fucking don't. God
You
damn.
actually
So
just
I left
reminded
without the
me.
game.
Did you go back and get it?
No, I just got it digitally instead. Because I was like, I'm not going back. Fuck that.
That's fair.
You reminded me. I went to see. I can't remember what movie it was, but it was 14A. This was recently. This was like this year, and it was 14A.
No.
I'm not. Yeah. And I bought the ticket. You buy it at like the self-purchasing thing, and then you have to go to the person, and they like rip it in half and tell you where your theater is. And this woman looked me in the eye and didn't speak for a second. And I just stared at me and went, "Do you? No, you're probably old enough." And then let me in. And I was like, "Are you 23 years old? What
That's
do you
crazy.
mean?"
That's
Kidding me?
beautiful.
I'm probably older than you. You look like you're from high school.
God. That's both like, well, it's more of an insult. I was going to say it's a bit of a compliment because you're like, "Oh, I look young," but that's at the same time, I don't want to look 14 years old.
It's
so never mind.
insulting for me because everybody thinks I'm in like
Yeah.
junior high or some shit. And I'm like, bro, I know that you can get tattoos at 16 technically, but I definitely am not
But
a
even
12-year-old
then,
with tattoos. I mean,
yeah.
come on. It's different if I'm wearing like a long sleeve shirt, but when I was in Newfoundland, I was like fully tatted up and wearing a short sleeve shirt. And the same day that this happened, that I almost got kicked out of that bar, I went to a strip club for the first time. It's a story for another time. It was not very good. I didn't like it very much.
No, strip clubs
But
are not at good places.
I got ID'd at the front door, and then I went into the strip club, and then they was like, this guy stopped me at the bar and said, "How old are you?" I was like, 23. They already ID'd me. And he was like, and just stared at me for a minute. And I was like, "Do you want to see it again?" And he was like, "No, I believe you."
Not
You know, you
creepy
have
at all.
bouncers at the door. Like, they have to check the ID.
No, right.
Come in.
I had that once too, where like a group of friends I was with had it. It wasn't me specifically, but we went into the club and, you know, obviously we got in because we have IDs. And then they wouldn't let one of my friends buy alcohol because they're like, I don't believe you. And I was like, how the fuck do you think we got in here? Do you think we just snuck in? Like, come on, let's be real. And then we showed the ID and like he was so hesitant, but we're like, dude, stop being a fucking bitch. Just get her a drink.
I have a, speaking of fears, back onto the topic, haha.
Okay.
Segue.
Oh, I see.
Segue,
Okay.
segue. I've read these stories on like Reddit of people who have gone to like the liquor store or a bar or something, and they've gotten ID'd, and the person who was serving alcohol or the bouncer didn't believe them and took their ID or cut it in half because they thought it was a fake ID. And I am like, oh my god, I that better not happen to me, bro. Because it costs money to get your ID replaced.
And it's also just a hassle, honestly.
I'm like,
It's not too bad, but I'd rather not have to deal with that and not have my fucking ID cut up.
Yeah.
I definitely have, when I get ID'd in the States, they are so confused by my driver's license because they're
they
like,
take
what
a
the
little
fuck
extra.
is this?
Yeah. My friends will all get ID'd in the States because they're from there, and it's like, oh, easy, look at it, blah, blah, blah. And then they get mine, and they just kind of stagger for a second. I'm like, I know.
This one person asked me, like, where is your birthday on this? I was like, I don't know, man. Don't look at my own ID.
I just work here.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
you're supposed to know where it is.
like state U.S. IDs, they're all in the exact same place. So they're just trained to look in that one area. Canadian IDs. How old are you? I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know,
I'm
it's somewhere
still-
on there.
It doesn't help that when people ask me how old I am, I have to think about it for a second. So it looks like I'm making up an age on the spot.
It's okay. You'll get to be my point where you've never been ID'd in the last 10 years and people just kind of like look at you like you're about to die. You're like, yeah, that's me.
Yeah, this man. Do you want a senior discount, sir?
The day that happens to me, I will, one, be happy because I save money, but two, be put into a spiral.
I know that's gonna happen soon because my beard and my hair is going white.
Oh yeah, that'll do it.
And it's just like, oh god, no.
It's coming.
It's not necessarily a
mom-
fear because when it goes full white, I'm just gonna dye it purple and like proclaim myself a pirate king or something.
Oh,
That's a good one. Like, oh my god, that's what my grandma has purple in her hair. You like my grandma?
Hell yeah. Now I gotta go like
Yeah.
full purple hair and beard.
Nice.
Be the scourge of the US for a while.
My mom is, it depends where we go, but she is 56. So some places have a senior discount at 55. She never asked for it because she doesn't want to feel old, but she has a couple times and she absolutely gets ID'd because she looks way younger. It's her fault that I look like I'm 12 years old. It's her genes that have done this to me. She looks like she's maybe like early 40s.
It's your fault I look young. How
It is-
dare.
It is her fault, yeah. The fuck, mom.
Right. Fuck your good genes.
Everybody's like, you'll appreciate it when you're older. Bitch, well, I'm not. And I don't appreciate getting called a fucking kindergartner everywhere I go.
So anyway,
Usually
yeah,
called dad.
fears.
Oh yeah, fears heights. Another one. I think that's pretty
I'm not
typical.
scared of heights. I actually like being high up. All my friends don't though. So whenever we go to a fair and there's like a Ferris wheel, I always want to go on it, and no one will go on it with me.
Oh, I'll absolutely conquer that fear because I'm an adrenaline junkie. So I love heights, but also I fucking hate heights.
I am not afraid of heights, but when I was on vacation, there was like cliffs where you could look down. It's just a straight 200-foot drop. That made me
Oh.
nervous because it was real windy, and I
Yes.
was like, I'm just going to get a picture, and I'm going to shuffle away like the little old man I am and not deal with that shit.
See, I think that's more where the fear of heights stems for me is like, I just get really uneasy and nervous and like my knees get kind of weak when I see like a really steep drop
Knees
or something
weak.
like that.
Arms are heavy. There's vomit on your sweater already.
Oh, okay. I was going to say something about bodies falling. But yeah, I don't know. I love heights too because like I said, I love adrenaline. I love doing all that shit that gets me feeling a little crazy, but it's hard. It's hard sometimes. Heights are kind of scary, but I'll conquer that fear anytime. So I don't know.
Just be careful you don't, overdo it, and then you got to go spelunking just to get that adrenaline back.
No, never.
No.
My adrenaline lies with like rides and like maybe skydiving once or twice, but like
Yeah, I feel like way less scary to be in the sky than being underground. I mean, if you're in the sky, there's only one thing that can kill you, and it's falling. But when you're in
stopping
a-
really fast.
Yeah, but when you're underground, it's like there could be a collapse, water, like
There's a lot more.
gas.
Yeah, there's so much.
You
that
could run
can
out
go
of
wrong.
air.
And actually, it's
Also,
Yeah.
the whole
barely-
confined space bit adds a lot of anxiety to it.
I say it's barely even the fall that kills you when you actually do fall. It's what you hit. If you just land in like a
It's the
field,
impact.
Right.
no, because if you land
Yeah.
in a field, your chances of survival are actually pretty high. You'll have broken bones, but you'll be alive. Whereas if you
You're
hit a
actually supposed to
tree,
aim.
you're
No,
gone.
you're actually
Right.
supposed to aim for trees.
No, trees kill you.
I thought I read that you were supposed to aim for trees because it will hurt and break everything,
No,
but
it'll
it slows down your descent.
you'll be impaled on sticks and bleed out. There's
I know you're not. I know water is bad for sure.
What
oh
if you're
water,
built
yeah,
different?
no water, you're dead because the surface tension will just explode you. But
That'd be the best belly flop.
oh Jesus,
Belly fucking flop.
You flop and you just explode.
Yeah, there's the huge fucking splatter person on the water now.
oh God, no, not the human geyser.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, because there'd be a little bit of a splash too, so there'd be some like.
It'd be a
geyser.
decent splash. Would be a little bit of a splash. No, but it's because dirt is actually very soft, and so it's going to cushion your fall
Right.
more. Whereas if you hit a tree, that's hitting something hard, and if you fall more than 4 stories and hit something hard, it's basically fatal.
Yeah.
You have to fall less than 4 stories and hit something for it not to be fatal. So it's better to hit the soft cushion dirt than it is a sharp tree. Trees are sharp.
They are.
They don't
They
grow
are.
blunted.
Oh, I just watched a video actually of a guy dirt biking in the forest. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No,
He
but I
was
have a
dirt
feeling I know how it
biking.
ends.
And he a branch was pointing up and it went right through his foot.
Oh no.
And it was quite a
okay.
large
At least
branch.
foot.
Yeah, I was
Like
gonna
out of
say.
every place it could have gone, but like still, it's not enjoyable. Oh.
I'm watching a
Ugh.
video on how to survive falling without a parachute.
Just in case you need it.
How to
just in case,
survive.
yeah.
Oh, it has 17 million views.
That
They
is
said
17 million
swamp,
people that have
snow,
survived.
or forest.
Swamp. Oh, that makes sense. Snow also, but like that's
Snow
gotta-
makes sense. Swamp, like what? An alligator's gonna come get you in a bit. Don't worry. That's your rescue team.
Yeah,
And
you might
they-
survive, but good luck surviving once you land.
I guess forest, because if you didn't hit a tree, the underbrush would be soft.
Yeah, if
They
you
said
manage to dodge the trees.
you want to try to slow your acceleration as much as possible. So you want to get big
Some
and
sort of
try
resistance.
to slow down as much as possible.
Yeah, don't
Right.
make yourself small. You gotta spread out as best you. Which is, I gotta imagine, is really fucking hard to do when you're in free fall.
Uh-huh.
Like you gotta have
And they
some
said-
determination.
Oh my! They try to land on your feet.
Because it's better to break your legs than it is to break your
Right.
spine.
Oh, it's making me queasy thinking about
Oh,
it.
you're the fucking compression of your legs, and it's just
Right.
your bones just splinter.
I'm just
Ah.
thinking of the folding that happens. Ugh.
Gross,
You'd have some
bro.
compound fractures, definitely.
Yeah.
But
Oh, your legs would be obliterated. You'd amputation for sure.
At
but
that point, though, you're just glad to survive.
yeah. Which even then, getting to that point, because apparently most people who die from falling actually die from a heart attack first, because your body just doesn't know what to fucking do.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be terrifying.
I assume it's an overdose of adrenaline, or your body's like, now we're not gonna feel this one, chief, and then just checks out.
Oh, and they said protect your head. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah. I hope.
Again, all that is assuming that you have control over your fall, which is really fucking
If you're
hard.
falling for a long time, I
Yeah.
feel like you can get control. But if it's kind of a shorter fall, there's not enough time to adjust yourself. You won't even be thinking about how can I land safely. You're just gonna be like, holy fuck, I'm falling to my
Right.
death right now.
Yeah, and then you'd have a heart
Yeah.
attack and die because your body's like,
Yeah.
no, you're not.
Psych. This is too much for me to handle.
I'm
Heart
re-
attack.
I do remember seeing that where it's like anytime that the body is intact enough and they do an autopsy, it's like, yeah, most people just die from a heart attack.
Honestly, I'd rather that because I'm sure the impact probably hurts a lot for a split second before you die.
Or you'd be in agony, and then your body would just go into shock. You'd be like, I can walk it off.
Yeah. Yeah, shock would cover for a little while, and you'd be like, I'm fine. And then you go to walk, and your legs are not there.
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah, no. Hate that.
Terrifying. Ugh. I still would rather go skydiving than bungee jumping.
Oh,
though. I stand by that so strongly.
Yeah. Really?
Just because I feel like bungee jumping has so much more that could go wrong with it.
I mean, you're both falling. Both of the
You
times
are,
you're just falling.
I guess you could
I don't
bounce
know.
back up and smack the bridge, but like,
Yeah, or like the cord snapping, or I don't know. I've seen people get like waterboarded. They haven't died, but they like get waterboarded at the bottom of the fucking bungee jump because there's water at the bottom. I don't know. Nothing really has. They both seem equally like
I
safe,
would
quote unquote,
do
from what I've seen, but I don't know.
But I feel like, the thing is, you have a point because when you bungee jump, it's just you. But if you're skydiving, for your first few times, you have to be attached to an experienced skydiver. So I feel like that would definitely make me feel more secure to have a man on my back that knows what he's doing.
Right, like someone there to protect me. I'm like, you know what you're doing. Good. I have higher chances of surviving now.
And if a parachute doesn't open, I'm using you as a meat shield.
Yeah, I'm flipping over and you're landing first, bitch.
he's like, wait a minute.
We jump out, and as soon as we jump, I'm like, just so you know, if the parachute doesn't open, you're breaking my fall. They're like, wait, what?
I also would love to those like videos of people ziplining over like a cliff or like a cavern or a forest or something. I think that'd be fun.
I would 100% zipline too, yeah.
I don't know why this reminded me. When I was on vacation, we had this roller coaster kind of thing. You know the roller coasters where you sit on them, but you're not like harnessed in. You got like a seat belt, and you have the levers on the side that control how fast you go, and you like go through the trees.
We
and
have
shit.
a couple here. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I went on one of those while I was on vacation, and the person was just like, however, if you hold the sticks all the way down, that's as fast as you can go. And I was like, I'm gonna hold it down the whole fucking time. And I almost did, with the exception of I don't know what they're called, where it's like a funnel where it kind of goes like sideways and down before cutting back off. I hit that part going max speed, and it like threw me to the side really hard. But
yeah.
And I was like, I'm gonna die, because I almost went sailing off into a tree.
They have that at there's a do you know where a Revelstoke is, Arva?
Yes.
Yes, so
Yes,
there's
I
a
do.
Revelstoke coaster, and I went on that with my mom, and my dad all went. You go separately because it's only one person. And I was also like, I'm gonna hold it down the whole way down. And oh my god, it has so many like sharp turns, and you're literally on like this tiny little rail,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no doors on the side of you, so you're like exposed. And I felt like I was gonna just fucking launch off so many times. Every time there was a sharp turn, I thought I was gonna just die.
Yeah, I chickened out a few times on that. I went as fast as I could, but also I had someone in front of me, and I almost
Were they
said some words to
slow?
them. They genuinely fully came to a stop at one
Oh
point
my
Oh,
god.
God.
Get out
to
of the
take a
way.
picture. Oh no, they had a hat. They had their hat fly off, and they stopped and put their hat back on. And I didn't say anything too bad, but I said, "Can you fucking move?" I had like way worse things that I could have said, but I was like, I'm just gonna be a little aggressive because
I would be
it was like a solid like
pissed.
minute being stopped there, and I was just I was so annoyed. But then yeah, the rest of the ride they were going as slow as possible because their hat was like constantly flying off, and I was just so angry.
You just hold on to it.
I was like, just take your fucking hat off.
We got lucky because the weather was just about to start to rain, so they have to close it when it rains. So no one was there,
Right.
and they were like, quick, go up before we close it. So no one was on the rail, and I went first so I could be as fast as I wanted to. Except thought I was gonna die, so I didn't go as fast as possible.
Yeah, it gets a little sketch. I mean, it tells you you're not supposed to go as fast as possible. Like there's breaking points and stuff, which I was not gonna disobey because I'm not trying to find out if it's gonna work or not. But when you get going fast, you're like, oh my god.
Yours have
This is
breaking
really fun,
points?
but also, wow.
Ours did.
Ours had like ones that were like slow down, corner up ahead, use brakes
yes.
here.
Ours did
was
not.
like,
Ours were
I
just
wanna do
like,
that.
go faster. There's 80 feet between you and the next car. Like, okay.
Whatever you say. Wee.
Doesn't actually
America, fuck yeah. But yeah, there were none of that. It was all just go as fast as I could and almost get flung off at one point because I'm like, whoa, shit. Didn't expect to go sideways.
I would like to
Right.
do that again. Those are really fun.
It was really nice. I would like to do it and not be fucking scammed. I don't want someone to break again in the middle of the track.
Yeah,
I would want to wait extra time if anybody went ahead of me. It's like how they should really do it like how, because it's not crazy long or anything. It should be like a water slide where they wait for the person to get off. before
Yeah,
you
or at
go
least like
on.
halfway, 3/4 of the way down.
like almost at the end.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's been way more instances of someone just fucking breaking.
Probably.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
I mean, I know there has been because there was literally a sign that's like, don't fully stop on the track. Like, keep moving no matter what. Obviously, besides emergencies, but if there's no emergencies, keep moving. Like, don't disrupt the traffic. This dumb fucking bitch for his dumb hat. Ugly hat, too, by the way. Ugly fucking fisherman's hat. Oh, I was like,
Was
it's not even worth
a
it.
hat crazy funky? Oh, I don't remember the song.
But yeah, fears. I also don't like things touching my throat.
In
That's
general?
what
Valid.
else I got. Yeah, in general. I wear a lot of like V-necks, or if a shirt that isn't like a V-neck, I'll pull the collar down.
That's fair. I get sleep paralysis, so when you are paralyzed, you feel like you're suffocating because you're not breathing fully. So I like to sleep with my blankets like very high up, and I don't cover my nose, but I get close to, and every time I get sleep paralysis, it's like regret immediately because it feels like I'm smothering myself.
Question: do you have a sleep paralysis demon?
No, I actually don't hallucinate. Thank fuck.
Oh,
I've never hallucinated while on sleep paralysis. I am paralyzed, and sometimes I'll be like in and out of sleep, and I'll dream about being paralyzed, and sometimes I'll dream that I become unparalyzed, and then I'll wake up and I still am, and I'm like, fuck.
Ooh.
damn.
But and I don't have any sleep paralysis demons, thank God, because that sounds so terrifying. You already feel like you're being crushed. So having like a terrifying monster also present, I would cry.
Right, like one thing at a time, please. I
Yeah.
can only handle one thing. This is already a nightmare. I don't need more.
I can't handle this much.
Please take it easy on me. I've never had sleep
Alright.
paralysis, but like I'm terrified to ever have it from the stories I've heard.
It's not fun. It's yeah.
I know Adrian
I-
has it, and she's actually really mad at her sleep paralysis demon because she's like, "Why is it fucking Slenderman? God damn it, this is bullshit."
Oh,
Oh, that sucks.
I know.
Refunds.
She's like,
A
"I
lot
don't
of
have
people
a fun
say they
one."
have the Hat Man. Yeah, I don't. Thank God, dude. I'm like so grateful actually that I don't, cause yeah, fuck that. I already get nightmares a
Right.
lot, so I'm glad that when I get sleep paralysis, I'm just like, fuck. God damn it, can't fucking breathe and I'm stuck. There was only one time where a pillow fell on my face and I had sleep paralysis, and that was terrifying because I actually thought that I was like gonna die.
Oh yes, actual death. Let's wake your body up very slowly.
that's my pillow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.
I usually I can't sleep on my back anymore because if I sleep on my back, it's like 100% I will get it. Sometimes when I'm sleeping on my side, I will, but it's usually back. I become a stomach sleeper because I've like done everything possible to not get it anymore. So I don't get it very much anymore, but there are times where I'll accidentally move onto my back while I'm asleep, and then I have sleep paralysis, and I'm like, God damn it.
You have to get like a seatbelt for your bed, and no one will believe you. That's what it's for.
It's belt. Strap it to bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Doesn't
not
help that I
something.
move a lot when I sleep.
Get into bed. All right, time to strap on. And someone's just like, hold up.
It's
Sleepover
gotta be
got
like
wild.
the opposite of those like hospital bed straps where they like strap you down on your back.
You just lay on your stomach, and
Right.
it's like the ratcheting ones for your car. You just did it.
Yeah. Yeah. Strap me in. Mom, can you tuck me in?
The metal gears twisting as
Yeah.
it's like it's tighter. Thanks, Mom.
Good night, honey. Good night, Mom. Love you. I don't sleepwalk, so that's good. I think I sleptwalk once when I was a kid, and
A few times when I was a kid, yeah.
but I never have done it since then. Sleepwalking is scary to me because you're like
Yeah.
not even aware of what has happened while you were asleep, and you can do some funky things. People
Yeah,
have
you're just somewhere
driven while
new.
sleepwalking.
That's terrifying.
Yeah.
I had the one time when I was really young, and I forget where we were going, but my mother was driving. I looked over, and she was driving totally asleep, but like staying in the lane. I was just like, and I looked over to my sister in the back. She's like, what do I do? Like, if you wake her up, she's gonna panic and swerve. And so I had to like hold the steering wheel and then like slowly reach down and hit the brake. It was in the middle of the night, so there's no one around. But after we started hitting the brake, she woke up and it was just like, I'm good, and kept driving. And I'm just like,
Yeah,
Please
that's
don't do that
something I
again.
wouldn't. I've gotten like I've driven sleepy, but I would never like if I'm falling asleep. You gotta pull over, man. Like, especially like I drive on the highway where it's busy all the time, and there's 2 lanes of traffic. Sometimes there's 4.
sometimes
just, like-
it sneaks up on you though. Like you don't feel it, because the one time I was in a wreck, it was because I was driving and I drifted off, but I thought I was still driving. Like I thought I was on the exact same road, and I like opened my eyes and I just rear-ended a car.
Oh
So
yeah.
it just it blended perfectly together, and I didn't even know like I was that tired.
Right.
I could definitely see that happening. I hate when when you're driving, and then you're like zoned out, and then you all of a sudden are paying attention again, and you're like, what? Where the fuck am
Yeah.
I? Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
how long have I been driving?
It got to the
I
point.
get that a lot when I'm. Oh, sorry.
I was gonna say, actually, just whenever I drove, I would play audiobooks, and that way I'd know, like, oh shit, I was driving for 30 minutes. I'm done with these chapters, and I just leave.
Ah. That's smart. So I always play like really hype music or really loud music. Well, not super loud because you need to hear what you're doing, but it helps keep me awake a little bit. Because whenever I drive to like the city here, it's like about an hour drive. I never remember it. All I know is I'm taking the off ramp to get to the city, and I'm like, how the fuck did I get
Yes.
here?
It's because your brain is like tuned out because it's not new information, so you're just like not really paying attention.
Yeah.
Which can be dangerous sometimes. Like yesterday when I was driving home, it was really rainy, so I was more alert because of how rainy it was. But there were twice on the highway when traffic came to a complete stop, and I definitely saw a couple cars almost ram into somebody. If you're like zoned out, it's a lot
Autopilot.
easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you're like,
I've had it before too where I am zoned out and then I zone back in if there's like a sudden loud noise on the radio or something and it scares the shit out of me.
yeah.
I was driving to work and there was a commercial on the radio. I fucking hate when they put a car honking in radio commercials. That should be illegal.
Dude, car honking and
It's
police
so
sirens.
Fucked.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, yes. And it scared the shit out of me.
I hate that. Especially when you're in that like zoned out state. All of a sudden you hear like a honk or like police sirens in a song or on the radio and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
is it me? No, it's
I've
not.
Yes, I've had my car makes some pretty funky noises because it's like at the end of the life. So a number of times I'm like listening to the radio and I'm like, is that the radio or my car? And I have to like turn off the radio to like see if my car is dying. It's usually the
I've
radio.
also done
Sometimes
that.
it's my car though.
Yeah.
All right, I didn't really think of like how to pick a winner, so I'm just gonna pull a Westy and do a coin flip.
Wait a minute.
Okay, valid.
Arva will be heads and Westy will be tails.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Let's see what Google has for me today. What did I say you guys were? I already.
I'm tails.
I'm
Okay,
heads.
Westy has 1.
Woo!
It was
Man, even the
tails.
coin flips hate me.
It's rigged, dude. It's rigged. This is fucking payback for your bitch ass. The witches who has more followers bullshit that we had to deal with last time.
Oh,
You got the
that's fair.
easiest fucking.
That's
people on the
fair.
planet, bro.
you make a very good point.
It would be like, who has more followers, Kim Kardashian or some random ass fucking C-list actor?
Yeah, that was kind of. I was kind of slanted towards one side. Oops.
I didn't know that it wasn't updated for like 5 years or something.
Yeah,
That
it
was also
super
disappointing.
outdated. I feel like because it hasn't been popular in so long that they kind of just were like, meh.
Yeah, I don't
Whatever.
think anyone's that like.
I feel like they could have built
It's not that important.
like they run the website. I feel like it would have been easy to code in it to like auto check the follower amounts
least every
on
month or
those
so.
Yeah. And just update itself.
Maybe.
Yeah.
well.
Maybe one day.
Congratulations, Westy. You are the most scared, apparently.
Oh. Okay.
You are a little pussy ass bitch.
Ah.
What is your winner speech?
Woo! Fear has kept me alive. I'm so fucking old now. Don't live my life. Go skydiving. Go spelunking.
Don't go spelunking.
Go spelunking because the people who do go spelunking are also the people who complain at the checkout counter at any retail store. So yeah, you guys go spelunking.
I was gonna say, if I don't like you, please go spelunking.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
If you argue with retail workers or if you argue with like wait staff at a restaurant or anywhere, please go spelunking. Don't tell anybody
Right.
you're going either. Just go.
Yeah. Have a little outing. Go to the tightest cave you could find.
Don't bring your phone with you or anything.
No.
Nothing.
Let nobody
Brand new
know what's
cave too.
happening
Just be one with nature.
Yeah.
forever.
Literally, you'll fuse there one day.
Yes. It's the ultimate tree hugger experience.
Yeah.
Right. The earth is literally hugging you back. What more could you want?
Yeah, Mother Nature loves you.
Hmm.
Arva, do you have a loser speech for being the most stoic, unafraid, brave man on the planet?
Don't go spelunking if I like you. That's how you stay alive. The secret
That
is
is, yeah.
to not be an idiot. But also
Yeah,
go
actually.
skydiving and go bungee jumping. Have a little fun still, and don't aim for the trees, but aim for the
Underbrush.
underbushing, any of that. Aim for
Aim for something
not
soft.
the skewers.
Or your
Aim for-
instructor,
yes.
whoever you're with.
Oh yeah, if you're with an instructor, just flip around, land on them.
Easy. Aim for Pillow Factory.
Those usually have ceilings, though.
Well,
That's what you use the diving instructor for, getting through the ceiling,
yeah,
and then you can land on the
that's-
pillows.
Yeah, yeah,
I see.
exactly.
It's like armor.
What in the video game armor?
For legal reasons, don't do any of this, except for spelunking if I hate you.
There you go.
You know who you are.
Right.
If you know who you are, go spelunking.
Yes.
And you just start changing people's names on like Discord and stuff to Spelunker number 1, Spelunker number 2.
Just
So
make
you
it,
know I hate you. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
start changing.
just make it a
names to
category
Spelunker.
in your Discord, and anyone who annoys you, just name them Spelunker, so they know they're on
that's
like.
so smart.
That's so good.
So
you know
they know
how
they're on
like
thin
some
ice.
Discords will have a timeout room.
Yeah.
It'll just be like the
Right.
cave, and then the
timeout
role will
room
be a
before the ban.
Spelunker.
Is the cave and the rolls is smart. I love that.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good. I like that. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed this episode where we talked about fears and also a bunch of other stuff that I don't even remember. As always, you can follow myself at Farrah the Bat on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube if you want to watch some VODs. Westy is Westy HCC on every platform on the planet. Arva is Arva_69 on Twitter, and Arva on everything else. Because he still
I need to, yeah.
has to riz that one fucking Swedish guy to get his
I
account.
know.
Swedish guy. I was talking about the other day. I was just like, I don't remember who it is, but man, we're gonna be like harassing some random European dude.
I think we should witch hunt this man and like, I mean, for legal reasons, this is a joke, but let's get him banned from
Oh my god.
X.com.
Everyone just starts reporting
Right.
him for nothing.
That's so bad. Yeah, this person's like, why is my account getting taken down and flagged?
He's just
It's
like a
this
really
army
nice
of
dude, just like,
Overwatchers.
oh no, what happened to my account? As he's eating his Swedish meatballs.
I know he does seem like a nice guy, but he has my username, so he has
So
to
we
die.
have to kill him. Yeah,
Yeah.
there can only be one.
Sorry, dude. That's how the rules go.
I want to dedicate this episode. I just remembered to leave off on a depressing note. I want to dedicate this episode to Cheems. He's died. Cheems the dog.
No way,
He passed
really?
away, yes, unfortunately.
Oh.
Aw.
You know you're getting older when all the meme animals start passing away.
Yes. Yeah.
He died
sad.
during a surgery though.
Oh.
So it wasn't Oh
Right.
no, 12 years of leukemia. Oh, baby.
Poor
Oh.
baby.
If you don't know
He was a
Cheems,
good
that's
boy.
the meme Shiba who's just kind of like
Yeah.
looks a little bit like a
The
croissant
Shiba
roll
Inu.
that's disappointed
Yeah.
in you.
Yeah. If you ever see like the meme of the Shiba with like the bat and it goes bonk,
Yeah.
that's Cheems.
That's James, yeah.
Oh,
Rest in peace, Cheems.
Rest in peace, James.
poor Cheems.
We love you and you will live on literally forever in memes.
Yeah.
Will, yeah. And they aren't going anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for listening. See you next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.